Imagine paying for every oil change on time, only to find out your engine was slowly destroying itself anyway. It happens more often than most Honda owners realize, and the mistake usually starts years before the engine finally fails. And no, it isn't because someone skipped an oil change. It comes down to a handful of habits most owners never even know they need to check. So let's start with the part almost every Honda owner trusts completely, and maybe shouldn't. Most Honda owners glance at one number on the dashboard and assume their oil is fine. The problem is, that number isn't actually measuring the oil itself, the oil life monitor illusion. That percentage on your dash isn't testing the oil sitting inside your engine. It's an algorithm that estimates oil life based on things like engine operating conditions, speed, temperature, and time spent under severe conditions. What it doesn't do is directly test for fuel contamination, oil dilution, oil level, or oil breakdown happening inside the oil itself. A car can show 40% oil life remaining while the oil underneath is already diluted or degraded. One mechanic discussion focused specifically on Honda's turbo engines put it plainly. The maintenance minder isn't telling you the actual condition of the oil. The number on the dashboard and the health of the oil inside the engine aren't always the same thing. Think about what that means in practice. Two Hondas can both show 40% oil life remaining. One spends most of its time cruising on the highway. The other spends its life making 5-minute school runs and short trips. The dashboard may show the same number. The oil inside those engines can be dealing with very different conditions. Honda even notes that the system does not monitor oil level directly, which is why checking your oil yourself still matters, no matter what percentage the display shows. But that gap gets even wider once you find out most owners are driving in conditions their oil was never built to handle. There's a good chance your driving already qualifies as severe service, and you'd never know it from the way the car feels. The severe service blind spot. Most people hear severe service and picture towing a trailer through the mountains. Honda's definition is much less dramatic. It includes things like repeated short trips, long periods of stop-and-go traffic, extreme heat, extreme cold, and even extensive idling. In other words, the exact conditions many daily commuters deal with every day. One of the biggest offenders is the short trip. When the engine doesn't stay warm long enough, moisture and fuel contamination can build up in the oil faster than they would during longer highway drives. That's one reason Honda considers repeated short-distance driving a severe condition. The problem is that most owners don't see themselves as severe service drivers. They think, I only drive to work, the grocery store, and back home. But for many Hondas, that's exactly the kind of driving that falls into the severe category. Honda's maintenance minder is designed to account for tougher operating conditions and can call for maintenance sooner when the vehicle sees harder use. But if you don't understand what severe service actually looks like, it's easy to underestimate how hard your oil is working. And that's what catches so many owners off guard. The car may feel perfectly normal. The trips may seem easy. But short drives, cold starts, and stop-and-go traffic can be much harder on the oil than a long highway commute. But short trips don't just prevent the engine from fully warming up. They leave something behind inside the engine that most owners never think about. Before we get into the rest of the list, we've got something that many Honda owners find useful. Our Honda Longevity Blueprint is a complete buying and maintenance guide packed with engine discussions, maintenance advice, and practical tips to help owners better understand and care for their Honda vehicles. If you'd like to check it out, you'll find it linked in the description. Every time you start a cold engine, moisture forms inside it. The question is whether your driving ever gets hot enough to get rid of it. The short trip moisture secret. Every time fuel burns, it creates water vapor as a natural byproduct. On a longer drive, the engine reaches full operating temperature, and that moisture gets pulled out through the crankcase ventilation system and burned off. The problem is short trips. If the engine never stays hot long enough, that moisture doesn't fully evaporate. Instead, it stays behind and mixes with the oil. Do that over and over again, and the contamination builds up instead of clearing out. That trapped moisture doesn't just dilute the oil. Over time, it can contribute to corrosion, sludge formation, and a weaker protective oil film on internal engine parts. The fix is surprisingly simple. Every couple of weeks, take your Honda on a longer drive, ideally 20 to 30 minutes or more, so the oil has enough time to fully warm up and evaporate the moisture that short trips leave behind. And for certain Honda turbo engines, that same short trip habit is connected to a problem serious enough that it eventually led to lawsuits, recalls, and software updates. This next issue got Honda sued, so let's slow down and get it right. The fuel dilution secret. Certain Honda models equipped with the 1.5-liter turbo engine, including some Civic, CR-V, and Accord models, became the focus of complaints, lawsuits, and warranty extensions over a problem known as fuel dilution. The class action lawsuit alleged that gasoline could mix with the engine oil, reducing the oil's ability to properly lubricate engine components and potentially increasing long-term wear. Here's why it happens. Direct injection sprays fuel straight into the cylinder, and in some situations, a small amount of that fuel can make its way past the piston rings before it fully burns. During short trips, and especially in cold weather, that fuel may not evaporate out of the oil as quickly as intended and can begin to accumulate. One expert pointed to a simple warning sign. If your oil level suddenly reads above the full mark, even though you haven't added any oil, it may not be extra oil at all. In some cases, it can be fuel mixing with the oil. Owners affected by this issue reported things like a noticeable fuel smell, rising oil levels, rough operation, and in some cold weather cases, drivability concerns. Honda later issued updates and extended warranty coverage for certain affected vehicles because of concerns related to the issue. Fuel getting into the oil is one problem, but even oil that's perfectly clean can still hurt your engine if it's simply the wrong thickness. 2 bottles of oil can sit side by side on a shelf, look almost identical, and still be completely wrong for your engine. If you're finding these breakdowns useful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We cover real mechanical problems like this every week in plain language, so you know exactly what to check before it becomes a 5-figure repair. The wrong viscosity secret. Many modern Hondas are engineered around low viscosity oils like 0W20. Those numbers describe how the oil flows at cold and operating temperatures, and Honda designs its engines around a specific oil viscosity for proper lubrication and efficiency. Using a thicker oil than specified can slow oil flow during a cold start, leaving critical components waiting longer for full lubrication during the exact period when engine wear is at its highest. It can also affect systems that rely on precise oil pressure, including variable valve timing. It's tempting to think heavier oil automatically means more protection, but for an engine designed around a thinner specification, it can create the opposite effect by reducing flow when the engine needs it most. The rule here is simple. Follow the viscosity listed in your owner's manual. This is one area where trying to outsmart the engineers usually doesn't pay off. But fuel getting into the oil, or the wrong oil going in to begin with, still isn't the whole story. Sometimes, the problem isn't what's in the oil, it's how much of it is left. Most engines don't fail because the oil got old. They fail because the oil level got dangerously low without anyone noticing. The low oil trap. Some Honda engines naturally consume a small amount of oil as mileage adds up. On its own, that's usually not a problem. But if nobody checks the level between oil changes, that small loss can eventually turn into a serious shortage. Once the oil level drops too far, the engine can struggle to maintain proper lubrication. Oil pressure can fall, temperatures can rise, and critical engine parts may no longer get the protection they need. Running with low oil pressure can cause serious mechanical damage very quickly. Pulling the dipstick once a month takes less than a minute. It's one of the simplest habits on this entire list, and it can catch a problem long before a warning light ever does. It's worth remembering that a fresh oil change doesn't guarantee a full oil level 2 or 3 months later. Oil consumption, a slow leak, or even fuel dilution can change that number without creating an obvious symptom right away. But even a full oil level can't protect your engine if the wrong oil or the wrong filter went in during the last change. One Honda engine failure that started with an oil change mistake traced back to a single oil filter. The wrong filter secret. Autoblog covered a case where a 2-year-old Honda Accord hybrid suffered catastrophic engine damage after an oil change. During the teardown, the likely cause was traced back to an improperly installed oil filter O-ring, which led to oil starvation. Once oil pressure was compromised, the damage snowballed. Bearings wore rapidly, heat built up, and engine clearances changed until internal parts started making contact they were never designed to make. Honda specifies a proper installation procedure whenever an oil filter is replaced. The gasket must seat correctly, the filter must be tightened to specification, and the seal must not be damaged during installation. A small mistake at this step can lead to leaks, loss of oil pressure, or severe engine damage. It's a step that takes less than a minute, but get it wrong, and you're looking at the same kind of failure that turned a nearly new Honda engine into scrap metal. Filter quality matters too. A well-built filter is designed to maintain proper oil flow, trap contaminants, and seal correctly under pressure. When an engine already operates with tight tolerances, saving a few dollars on one of the most important parts in the lubrication system rarely makes sense. And once problems like low oil pressure, contaminated oil, or oil starvation start showing up, they rarely stay isolated. They begin feeding into each other. This is where small mistakes stop being separate problems and start turning into one very expensive problem. The sludge secret. Engine sludge forms when oil stays in service too long and becomes overloaded with heat, contaminants, moisture, and fuel dilution. Instead of flowing freely through the engine, the oil gradually becomes thicker and less effective at doing its job. As sludge builds, it can restrict the small oil passages that critical engine components depend on for lubrication. Less oil flow means more friction, more heat, and faster wear on critical engine components. What's interesting is that the problems we've already talked about all connect here. Short trips, fuel dilution, moisture contamination, and extended oil change intervals all place extra stress on the oil. None of them automatically destroys an engine by itself, but over time, they can work together to shorten the oil's useful life. If you've ever seen a heavily neglected engine with the valve cover removed, sludge can look almost like wet tar coating the internal components. That's oil that once flowed freely, now thick enough to interfere with proper lubrication. And when restricted oil flow starts affecting the timing system, the repair bills can climb very quickly. An engine can survive years of neglect in some areas. It cannot survive its timing going out of sync. The timing chain secret. When the timing chain, guides, and related timing components don't get proper lubrication, wear starts to build. Over time, the chain can stretch, the guides can wear down, and the entire timing system becomes less precise. Mechanics discussing Honda's 1.5-liter turbo engines have pointed to a chain reaction involving fuel dilution, oil degradation, and premature timing component wear. In the worst cases, the chain can stretch far enough that engine timing falls out of sync, allowing the pistons and valves to occupy the same space at the same time. One of the earliest warning signs can be a cold start rattle that lasts a few seconds and then disappears. That noise can sometimes be linked to the VTC actuator on certain Honda engines. While Honda has treated that issue separately from routine maintenance concerns, any unusual startup noise is still worth investigating. Other warning signs include fuel-smelling oil, rapid oil degradation, a check engine light, or timing-related fault codes. None of these automatically means disaster, but when several of them start showing up together, it's often the engine's way of asking for attention before the repair bill gets much larger. Which brings us to the mistakes sitting at the center of so many expensive Honda engine failures. If there's one habit that separates the Hondas that last for hundreds of thousands of miles from the ones that end up on an engine hoist, it's this: the real mistake. It's not skipping oil changes, it's assuming an oil change is enough on its own, without accounting for fuel dilution, short trips, low levels, or a filter installed incorrectly. Once bearing wear, timing chain stretch, or piston contact sets in, you're no longer looking at a repair. In many cases, a Honda engine replacement falls somewhere between $4,000 and $7,000. That's still an enormous repair bill for a problem that may have started with something as simple as an oil filter issue or neglected oil condition. Labor alone can run into the thousands, and that's before the cost of the replacement engine itself, whether used, remanufactured, or OEM. Add diagnostics, gaskets, fluids, and any related timing or turbo damage, and the total bill can climb dramatically from there. A $30 oil filter installed wrong, or an oil change interval trusted a little too blindly, can turn into a repair worth many times as much. So here's the actual prevention plan in order. Change your oil closer to the lower end of Honda's recommended range if you fall under severe service. Check your dipstick once a month, not just on oil change day. Confirm your shop is using the correct viscosity and a quality filter, installed correctly. Take one longer drive every couple of weeks if most of your trips are short. And if you ever smell fuel, hear a cold start rattle, or see your oil level higher than it should be, get it checked immediately instead of waiting for a bigger symptom. None of these steps cost much, and none of them take more than a few minutes. Together, they're the difference between a routine maintenance bill and an engine replacement that can cost thousands of dollars. The Hondas that reach exceptionally high mileage all have one thing in common. Someone paid attention to what the oil was actually doing, not just when the dashboard said to change it. If you take just one thing away from this video, let it be this. A healthy Honda engine isn't about one big fix. It's about catching the small problems before they turn into expensive ones. Our Honda Longevity Blueprint is a complete buying and maintenance guide packed with engine discussions, maintenance advice, and practical tips to help owners better understand and care for their vehicles. If you'd like to check it out, you'll find it linked in the description. Take care of the small things now, and your Honda can stay on the road for the long haul. A few minutes of attention today can save you from thousands of dollars in repairs later. Let us know in the comments how many miles are on your Honda and which of these mistakes surprised you the most. If this video helped you understand your Honda a little better, hit subscribe. We've got plenty more tips coming to help you save money, avoid unnecessary repairs, and keep your Honda running for years to come. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.